Check This Gadget here, and I'm back with part 2 of what tablet should you get. As you can see, this video got the BlackBerry Playbook, HTC Flyer, iPad 2, which were in the last videos. We have a new addition, the HP Touchpad, and if you watched the part 1, you will see I had the Asus ePad Transformer in that video, and I even let you know in that video that was going to be gone. And as you can see, it is gone. It was returned right the next day. And so we have the HP Touchpad right here, right now. This will also be gone. It's getting returned back today. But not because I don't like it. It's just because it's very, very, very buggy right now. I think mine is defective. I'm very convinced that mine is defective because I'm sure no one else is as buggy as mine. But I'm still a very big fan of WebOS. I've always been a fan of WebOS. When the Palm Pre came out, I've been a fan of Palm since the Trio days. This is my first smartphone. I love that phone. I thought it was great. It did everything I needed to do. When Palm Pre came out, I was very excited. First device I've ever woke up for early to go stand in line for at Best Buy. And they only had 10, and of course I was like number 11 or number 12 in line. So, but anyway, the point is, I wouldn't have done that if I didn't like Palm products, which is now HP products, and didn't love in WebOS. So, same thing. How the phone is, WebOS is. I'm not going to talk too much about the other ones because I did so in part 1. Basically, I'm going to talk about should you get the HP Touchpad if this one is for you, or should you go with one of these other devices. Of course, if you're looking for something very, very portable, that you want to always use on the go with you, and you don't plan on carrying around like a briefcase, backpack, or a bag, a messenger bag, and something big enough to fit the iPad or the touchpad, and you're looking for a 7-inch device, you got a great option between the HTC Flyer, which is still running Gingerbread or Mobile OS at the time. It's supposed to get upgraded to Honeycomb eventually. Or you have the option between the BlackBerry Playbook here, which is already running Tablet OS, except it doesn't have the basics as far as email, calendar, you know, with the other basics that supposed to come on the tablet. So, that's, you know, if you're in that 7-inch market, you can go either way with these. I do like, once the BlackBerry Playbook does get those basic essentials, I would definitely recommend it as the 7-inch device to get, because it is running Tablet OS, unlike the Flyer. Now, when it comes to HP Touchpad, this is a good device for multitasking. Smooth OS. I really like the OS. Right now, at its current state, it is buggy. It is sluggish. Mine, like I said, I think mine's defective because it's very, very buggy. And it has some freeze up. Mine has had some freeze up since day one. I got it when it came out. Since day one, when I was trying to create the profile like you have to do, it was acting very buggy. It took me about 3-4 attempts to do it. So it's acting very buggy from day one, and has continued to act buggy through my 13 days of owning it so far. So, once HP comes out with a touchpad and makes it snappier and faster, personally to me, because like I said, I'm a fan of WebOS, it will be, this operating system will be number 1 for me, and I'll have to put iOS right behind it. That's a personal choice, and that's just strictly going off just the OS itself without any apps. When I say without any apps, I mean without any apps from, you know, the markets, the app stores, things like that. Just strictly the apps that come on the phone, I would go with WebOS. Now, of course, you bring apps into it. Of course, you know, iPad always wins. As of right now, and since they have 100, I believe they hit 100,000, it's going to be that way for a while. But if you just want strictly off of an operating system itself with the apps that it comes with, to me, in my personal opinion, WebOS is number 1, with iOS coming number 2, and the BlackBerry OS for tablets coming in at number 3. And then I guess I would put Honeycomb. I mean, actually, I might even put the gingerbread before the gingerbread on HTC Fire before the honeycomb. So they're both Android. So you can just say Android as having them tied. So you can look at my video I did on the touchpad. I didn't really get into it too much because, like I said, it was acting very buggy during the time. But I would say, and you know, people are gonna complain, been saying it's thick. I like the way it feels. I like this curved back. It is plastic, but it's not like cheap plastic like how when you get some Samsung phones it feels. No, it's a solid device. And I like these curved edges. It feels good in my hands. It's not too heavy to me, and I'm a female, so the males out there complaining, like, just man up. It's not that bad. It's gonna be a while for all these tablets come out and stand as the Galaxy Tab 10.1. So you can't expect that with every tab. Just be happy we even got a WebOS device. Like, I'm just happy for that. So it's not that bad. It's not that heavy to me. To give you in comparison, of course, it's not as light as, I would say, it's not as light as the 10.1 and the iPad 2, of course. But to me personally, it still feels just a hair or two lighter than the Motorola Xoom. And that's in my personal opinion. It's still, so I'm trying to give you an idea. To me, it still feels just a hair or two lighter than the personal Motorola Xoom. I'm not sure of the exact weights of all these devices. I just know the HTC Fire and the Playbook are actually the same exact weight. So that's how it feels to me. It's not that bad. As far as operating system, I mean, as far as the apps that it has, when I searched HP Touchpad today, I got 181. A few days ago, it came up with 73. So I would say apps for the touchpad, if you go to the app market and look at all the apps, it's going to say about 4,000, but that's including the mobile apps. So if we're just going strictly off of for the touchpad, I will range somewhere between 73 and about 180 or for the touchpad. We just put it in that range right there. And yeah, I mean, the app is the system is great. I mean, Synergy's WebOS is great. That's all I can say. I really like it a lot. This keyboard is nice. It comes with a tab button, unlike on my iPad, which I really would love if they would have added a tab button. That would really help my life a lot. And then also, let me make this keyboard bigger. Also, they have the number roll up here, which is very, very helpful. It's very nice not having to click the option and swipe to the different page and things. And then you have the symbols on there. You just long holds to get to the symbols. So I like the keyboard. I like the fact that they give you the option to make it large, or you can make it all the way extra small if you like, to your liking. So nice thing like that. It's just a nice little small things. It's a very clean OS. Like I said, if you're familiar with WebOS, you know it's a clean OS. And once they just get these little bugs out and make it, you know, act like it has a dual core processor in it, make it snappy like it's supposed to be, it's definitely going to be the number one OS, in my opinion, as far as just the apps that come on it, with iOS following second, BlackBerry Playbook OS, QNX OS following third, Honeycomb, and Gingerbread tablets following fourth. So that's how it is right now. As far as my thoughts on the HP Touchpad, you can look at my overview/review, what I could get out of the touchpad. Like I said, it was not fully working. It was acting very buggy, so I couldn't show you everything I wanted to show, but you can always go to checkthisgadget.com. I'll try to have some more snapshots, speak a little more on it, write some pieces on it, my opinions on it. So, who is the HP Touchpad for? The HP Touchpad is for people that absolutely hate the iPad, just absolutely hate Apple, and refuse to get an iPad. Or if you refuse to get an iPad because it doesn't have Flash, even though, personally, in my opinion, I mean, Flash on devices are fine. It's just, it doesn't make it as snappier, you know. So, I mean, Flash is good sometimes, but usually it's just loading up a bunch of ads on the page, really. So, I like the I liked the input of HTML5 once all the apps, you know, all the tablets, you know, move over to that, and all the websites move over to that. I think that'd be better, just a little more smooth and a little more snappier. But Flash works pretty great on pretty good on WebOS. I like how it works on the Playbook. Works pretty decent on there. That's the one I use Flash on the most. So back to who is the touchpad for. So for people that want Flash, people that absolutely hate Apple, just refuse to get an iPad and feels big as their phone and all of the other junk. This is for people that like to multitask. It's going to be good for multitasking. This is for people that don't like Android, don't like Honeycomb, they don't like the iPad because they don't like being locked down to, having to deal with iTunes and not having Flash, but they don't like the Honeycomb tablets because they feel it's not as smooth as a OS and it's just not as polished looking. So if you're one of those two that feel like that, this is who the HP touchpad is for. Mind you, that is not the thinnest tablet in the world. As of right now, if you buy it right now, it's not, the smoothest like the iPad. So just be aware. Once they come out with the update, hopefully it makes it snappier. I think once they come out with the update and it's acting to its full potential as far as speed and everything, it's going to be a great tablet. So that's what the HP touchpad is for. Hopefully with these two videos I help point you into a direction that which tablet might be best for you. You might want to look at part 1. If you're looking at this video first, you're going to want to look at part 1 for me talking about these other ones to get a good idea of which one you want. But like I said, the HP touchpad is good. Just needs some work right now, but once they get the update, it will be a great tablet. It's definitely a polished tablet. It's just, WebOS is a nice operating system. I can just say that. So make sure you go to checkthisgadget.com. Check out. I'm going to have some more information on there. I'm a little slow with updating right now, so I'm going to get it updated and everything, and then I'm going to have snapshots of this, writing more articles. Well, not articles. I'm not like a journalist. Writing my opinion, writing posts basically on WebOS, these other tablets and things out there like that. Like this video if you found it helpful. Make sure you subscribe if you're into videos of going over operating systems. You really want to subscribe if you're really into tablets and things like that. That's what I mostly cover, is the software for tablets. And I'm going to be doing apps and things like that. So you actually might find the apps more at my website, Check This Gadget. So I don't want to fill the website my channel too much with just app videos, unless they're specific, really good apps. So check thisgadget.com, subscribe, like this video if you found it helpful, and check back later for the next thing that's coming out, the next tablet or next phone that's coming out, if it's T-Mobile. Yeah, check back later.